say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz. Then on Sunday, they'll host the Charlotte Hornets.
And looking at the Mavericks matchup, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Green and Rondo in the backcourt. And it's Howard in at the 5. Roman. The paint. And for the Clippers, the perimeter filled up by Leonard and George. Harrell is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Beverly in at the point. George against James. Pass to Howard. LeBron James on the wing. Howard dishes to Green. Just 5 on the clock. James kicks to Green. Here's Howard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
The D's got to be a bit more physical right there, Kevin. Allowing Dwight to get that deep, not a good idea, which is why he constantly finds his way to the free throw line.
He's off on the first. Opening night, Brent, always exciting. Technically, every team is undefeated with a lot of hope.
You're just fired up. I mean,
I am fired
the
up.
NBA never stops, Kevin. We know this, right?
Isn't it great, though? I'm so glad it doesn't stop.
The offseason is just absolutely ridiculously exciting.
So fun.
So much movement and hope for franchises that, you know, have struggled for a long time. And here we go. Hope springs eternal. It's opening night.
Now here's Leonard. Well, you knew that Kawhi Leonard would be a huge name in the free agency market last summer, especially after winning his second Finals MVP.
And Kawhi let the pieces fall before making his decision. Was the last major free agent to choose where he was going to play. Ended up shaking up the NBA in the process by joining the Clippers.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And interesting to see the rebirth of the Clippers, or actually maybe the actual birth of the Clippers, having Kawhi Leonard join this team along with Paul George, convincing him to come to town and to start maybe something special. And it's pretty immediate, the impact that these two are going to make on the floor, especially on the defensive end. And you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
LeBron outside. Knocked loose. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, all of that starting right there with the steal by Paul George, illustrating his ability to anticipate that time, and a great play on the ball.
And Kawhi, with all the strings he pulled to get here, Brent, he's already a Clippers legend.
Yeah, it's kind of funny to say that, but a 3-time All-NBA performer. Remember, 2011-12 was on the All-Rookie team, a 2-time Finals MVP. Kawhi Leonard's resume is just absolutely astounding for a player who's still growing, and for the fact that him at 28 years old joining the Clippers along with Paul George. A lot of high expectations for the franchise now.
Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. The drive by Green. It's Howard, top of the key. The pass to Rondo. Howard trying to free himself up. And the rejection by Zubac.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
And it's George missing.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Looking now at the numbers for Paul George. Last season, he played outstanding. He put in about 28 points per, 8 rebounds, and just over 2 steals. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
And the shot goes down.
George in there just gliding through and makes a nice move on the drive.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here.
And last season for the Clippers, it was a collection of smaller guys who played big.
Well, they're very effective with those kind of lineups with shorter, very effective offensive players out there. And Lou Williams being a catalyst for what they were doing coming off the bench and providing a spark. You know, in the fourth quarter, there was always an opportunity for the Clippers, if the game was close, to rely on Lou Williams to get the job done.
LeBron, good.
Just can't say enough about what LeBron James can do on the floor. That time with the handle, terrific at moving the defense around.
Now, here is George. Now, let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin Doc Rivers gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He talked to me about the importance of protecting the rim, challenging opponents at the top of the jump and making it difficult for them to convert easy baskets. But to have a chance of that, they have to expend energy getting back in transition, which will help close down those driving lanes. So guys, we'll see where their energy lies throughout this game.
Thank you, David. Here's Leonard, following the basket by Dwight Howard. Now Beverly. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. The 19-foot shot, and it's Harrell missing. Here's Davis. No good, shot missing. Great D that time from Harrell. Beverly against Rondo. Now here's Beverly. On the wing, George. A rebound by the Lakers.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Davis, the pass to LeBron. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. And that one, good.
Phenomenal strength there by AD to take the hit and finish that one.
On the trade for Anthony Davis, a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
Lou Williams is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. And that one falls for Anthony Davis.
Well, we keep talking a lot about Anthony Davis and the fact that when he was a young player, he played the point guard position and then all of a sudden grew like 60 inches to play center position. You see that skill set show up now and again, but really what you're seeing now about AD is his maturity in the game, finding spots on the floor where he can absolutely be dominant and control any kind of offensive possession from wherever he is on the floor.
Outside Williams. Pass to Leonard. Over Rondo. Williams for three. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And at Kentucky, Davis mostly an interior player, but he maintained, Brent, all along, he was capable of more than he showed in college.
There's no question about his skill set, and in the NBA, the opportunity, along with the transition of the NBA game, and especially the center position, he seems to be coming along at the appropriate time to show all of his wares off, Kevin.
And that one is good from Zubac.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
James against George. Right side, Green. Back to James. Fires the three. They get it back. Howard. Left side, Davis. Pass to LeBron. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
Like seeing LeBron go straight up with that shot. The catch and release almost instantaneous that time.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. We talk so much about the stars in this league, Brent. Name some role players who, when they do get hot, they can be terrific.
Well, there's nobody better, and I think he's ripped out a page from Seattle's own Jamal Crawford.
I know
there's been nobody better in the last couple of years than what Lou Williams has represented for the Clippers. He's had scoring performances, Kevin, and you've been witness to them courtside, where it's just astounding that he can go and get where he wants to go and make the types of shots that he's been able to do. And this is a revelation because this is 7, 8, 9 years that he's been in the league, and he's doing this with such great impact and thankfully, rightfully, been rewarded for it.
Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers. While we have the time, let's take a look at last season's best transition teams. The Lakers second.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
George against James. Zubac finds Williams. Now here's Leonard. He's guarded closely. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And now let's take a look at Kawhi Leonard, coming off a terrific season. 6th in scoring, and of course, he's got a nose for the ball. He ranked in the top 10 in steals last season.
And back to his points per game average last year, he literally propped up the team's offense whenever they needed it.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing.
And you think about how quickly it was that Kawhi Leonard just rocketed into superstardom. And as a leader of a very proud franchise, if you're a coach, he's everything you'd maybe want in a player.
Green, he's checked in for the Clippers. The Lakers also changing it up. JaVale McGee comes in for Dwight Howard. And Kyle Kuzma is subbed in for James. Good on the second free throw. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Lakers. Trailing by 2. Caldwell Pope dishes to Rondo. And he hits it to tie the game up.
Well, Rondo concentrating right there, focused. Even when you hit him, he can maintain that good balance.
And George kicks to Zubac. Outside Leonard. Pass to George. Clock at 6. Back to Leonard. It's stolen by Rondo. 5-on-3 break. Here's Caldwell Pope. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Now, you can't leave someone open around Rondo. He'll find him.
The Clippers have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Zubac with it. George looking around. 6 on the shot clock. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Kyle Kuzma picks one up.
And Paul George put his defender in the blender right there. Tough for him to guard that kind of possession.
And perhaps the most shocking news of the NBA offseason, Greg, the trade of Paul George. Nobody saw that coming.
Took a ransom of draft picks to get him off the Thunder. Kawhi Leonard recruited him to join him on the Clippers, and Paul obliged by demanding a trade. Came together quickly and caused a major power shift in the West.
Shooting two.
They throw good, Paul George.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Shamet's checked in, and both free throws good for Paul George. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
Now here's Rondo. The pass to McGee. Fades away. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation. The Clippers shooting 45% from the floor since the game got underway. Rondo against Williams. No good on the shot, so the Lakers will take it the other way. And by virtue of their NBA schedule, their first game of the new year is against the Los Angeles Clippers.
And last year, an entertaining season series between the two ended up battling to a draw.
Yeah, these two teams were so similar in so many ways last season, both in the standings and on the court. Very interested to find out who has the edge this time around.
Avery Bradley, he's checked in for the Lakers. Now here's Bradley, following the miss by Lou Williams. Back to Bradley. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. And again, the Lakers no good.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Green passes to George. Back to Green. Leonard against Bradley. Leonard inside. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously. Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Now here's Bradley. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
Year after year, Avery Bradley seems to come back with something more in his bag of tools. Nice job on the pick and roll there.
Leonard against Davis. 14 feet away. Leonard with the bucket. Leonard's got 12 in the game.
Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Caldwell Pope against George. Passes it to Kuzma. Good. Nice job down low. Kuzma's got it all tied up now for the Lakers.
Beautiful touch close in. Kuzma excels at taking advantage down low.
It's stolen by Davis, and it's the Lakers on the break. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and it's McGee with the jam.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
And the foul on Avery Bradley. That's his first foul. .51 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And the wide open shot from Green. But they recover it. George.
Great to see Kuzma working so hard defensively, showing how effective he can be.
Shoots from 14. Rebound by the Clippers.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
And that one's good. Shamet. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now here's Bradley. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. To the middle, here's Davis, and finished off by Davis.
And really, that's a perfect screen and roll play that gets AD to look where he wanted it.
Right side, Williams. Here's Shamet. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Shamet's got 5 points so far.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He describes what inspired him to come back even stronger.
My inspiration really came from my mother. You know, her dealing with stroke, her dealing with really being down and out. You know, I saw her fight back. That was enough for me in my darkest days. I knew it was nothing to what my mom went through, and she came out perfectly fine. So.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to try to feed that, get out quick.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, we've got Davis. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Avery Bradley. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Kuzma in at the 3 spot. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The 3-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you. Here's Leonard, rebounded by McGee.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And when AD takes off from the ground for alley-oops like this one, it really demoralizes the opponent.
Pass to Leonard. Shoots over Kuzma. They grab their own miss, Harrell. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Now here's Bradley. Out to Kuzma. Carries it from 3-point range. Kuzma's got the lead up to 4 now for the Lakers.
Well, that's a good job by Avery Bradley, recognizing that he had an open teammate and get it to him in a good position.
Williams against Caldwell-Pope. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on JaVale McGee. Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial Sixth Man of the Year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
What's up?
Each year, so many coaching changes. Brent, do you feel they generally get too much blame when things go wrong?
I don't know if blame is the word, Kevin. That's just the easy out for a lot of organizations that want to make some changes. The main thing that's frustrating, I think, for the coaching fraternity is patience. You have to be realistic about the potential of your team and how much time it takes to grow what it is that coach's culture is all about. That's where teams sometimes lose out and give up on somebody a little bit early.
But these guys go into it eyes wide open.
Well, there's no question about it. And really good coaches in the NBA know that it might not last all that long. So they're going to be who they are. That's who you want to hire. Hire a coach who knows exactly who he is, both coming in the door and walking away.
Here's Beverly after the basket by the Lakers. Harrell finds Beverly with the teardrop, and they pick up 2. Williams has got 5 points in the quarter.
That's a nice dime from Patrick Beverly there, distributing the ball from the point guard position.
Here's James, and LeBron throws it down.
How much fun is it to watch this guy when he's on one like this, loves to attack the rim.
Beverly, the pass to Harrell. Back to Beverly. Clock at 6, and stolen by Howard. The drive by LeBron, and finished off by LeBron.
Wow, LeBron on the roll, this time rocks it.
Williams kicks to Harrell. Pass to Beverly. Now Shamet. No good there. James with some nice D. The pass to Kuzma. Passes to Howard. Kicks it out to Bradley. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. And it's an 8-point Laker lead.
That's pretty pure from Avery Bradley. Huge part of his game. He's been working on that three-point ball.
Pass to Beverly. Green with the ball. Beverly deciding where to go with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Green missing.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
They get it back. Green kicks to James. Lobbed up there for Howard. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Harrell. To the inside. And that one's good. Shamet. Shamet's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Now, I don't know if you would consider this, Kevin, but he's got such a nice touch around the rim. Maybe you foul him there?
Here's LeBron. Banked in off the glass. James has got the lead. Back up to 8 now for the Lakers.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Beverly against Bradley. Beverly finds Harrell. Outside Williams. From the arc. A rebound by the Lakers. Howard's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Bradley, that's for 2. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Now here's Bradley. 5 points in the game. Kuzma, that's good.
Solid in the first. Fantastic here in the second. He was just waiting for the moment.
On the wing, Williams. Pass to Shamet. Lets the 3 fly. The shot by Williams, no good.
And they continue to control the glass.
James looking it over. To the paint. And Kuzma slams it in.
There's no way that LeBron James is not going to come in and dictate the tempo of this game. Just keeps his eyes up and drops a nice dime there.
Now, here's Shamet. He's got 9. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Dwight Howard. And a huge piece of the Tobias Harris trade last year, Brent, Landry Shamet shows a lot of promise.
Yeah, interesting for Lambeau, as they call him, at age 22 out of Wichita State, to come into the league, show his ability to shoot from the three-point line, shot 40% from deep while taking over 4 a game last year, seemed very comfortable in seeking out the line. And the opportunity for him now with the star power around him, a lot more is going to open up for Landry Shamet to be a 3rd or 4th guy on the offensive end to make some major contributions.
No good on that one. For so long, the U.S. has been the country to beat in international basketball play. But there are some big-time challengers around the globe emerging.
Well, Serbia and Spain continue to be competition that the U.S. takes extremely seriously. And I'm not saying they don't take everybody that they step on the floor against with tremendous amount of respect. We know from years in the past that Argentina had its golden age with the players around Manu Ginobili and Oberto and Nocioni, but that seemed to be a timing thing for the Argentinian national team. Spain and Serbia will continue to be impressive and continue to push USA basketball in these international tournaments and Olympic play.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
James, he can't get that one to fall. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. George dishes to Beverly. George against Kuzma. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Paul George. Rondo bounce pass. And James gets it to go on the assist by Rondo. Rondo's got 3 assists tonight. The Clippers have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Beverly the pass to Zubac. Kicks it to George. From past the arc. Rebounded by the Lakers. Howard's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
Now here's Green. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And it's George missing. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. The drive by James.
So many years, and the body still holding up for LeBron James. Wow.
The Clippers shooting 38% in the second quarter. Offensively, they look a little bit confused. And the Clippers call time here.
And Coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. The Lakers also making some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Anthony Davis comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Danny Green. Leonard, no luck.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
George against James. Here's Rondo. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got 3 assists now in this one.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Brent, as you know, there aren't many players that can set a tone for a team, but Patrick Beverley is one of them.
And Patrick Beverley always embraces that role about setting the tone defensively on an opposing team's point guard, making sure that tonight, if you're going to beat the team that Pat Beverley plays on,
Take a break.
you're going to have to go through them.
2 shots.
And the first one drops.
Beverley just motivated every night to get out here, to play, to compete. He hustles and wants to make it really tough on anybody that's on the opposing side of things.
Both free throws good from Beverley. So it's the Lakers now. LeBron James on the wing, defended by George. It's good. And that's 18 points for LeBron.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got 14.
The strength and that body that Kawhi has, he finishes through contact as well as anyone in the league.
Here's James, and another basket for the Lakers.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now here's Beverley. Down low, Leonard. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Here's LeBron. It's a 16-point game.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Inside, here's Leonard. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverley trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
James wide open. Goes back up. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Lakers have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
And that one falls for Davis.
Well, as good as AD already is, to think that there's still upside to his game, it's really remarkable. Athletic, talented, and continues to work hard to maximize his talents.
JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. And both free throws good for Davis.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Leonard against Caldwell Pope. And finished off by Leonard.
I mean, Kawhi Leonard, an MVP candidate. Why? Well, they're the reasons right there. One of the best two-way players we've seen in the past 5 years.
Now here's LeBron. He's got 20. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Beverley. Outside, George. Shot clock at 6. 13 feet away. Again, the Clippers.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. James in the post, defended by George.
And it took them a while to find their touch at the line, but they have been red hot here in the second quarter.
The Lakers have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. Free throw good, James.
Interesting to watch LeBron James at the line through the years. Has tried many different free throw strokes. Not a bad free throw shooter by any means, but always tinkering.
Second free throw, no good. George against Caldwell Pope. They get the rebound.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, every time the shot goes up, guys are doing a nice job of finding bodies and making sure there's room to collect the rebound.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. Their lead at 15 going into the break. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Kentavious, you guys were getting a lot of offensive rebounds in the first half. How important was that?
Oh, man, that is important, man. We got to keep them off the glass. We can't get them second shot. And we got to offensive rebound too as well. Get us some second chance at the basket. Just keep working hard.
Well, you made it work in the first half, KCP. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 23 points and 3 assists. Tonight isn't an exception, as looking back at his last few games, he's been stringing together some incredible performances. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Their ability to get into the paint and get to the rim has been deadly, constantly attacking the basket. It was clearly their intention right from the start to pound it inside as much as possible. And I don't see them straying from that strategy in the second half. It's going to be another paint-based attack.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers?
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, recipe for disaster. Without major improvements defensively, this game is OVA, over.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been a clinic out there by James.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. The perimeter filled up by Leonard and George. Ivica Zubac is out there with Green, and it's Beverly in at the 1. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers.
Now that's the power and strength he brings. Kawhi able to absorb the contact. I'm not even sure he felt it and still knocks it down.
He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game. Free throw drops for Leonard. Lakers leading by 12. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. Now here's James. And they double up James. Rondo looking over the floor. Clock at 4. Three-pointer. The Clippers grab the miss.
Think about Montrezl Harrell and the type of energy and effort that he brought last year to this team to help solidify, I guess, most of the culture piece of what Steve Ballmer wants this franchise to be about. That's playing hard, playing with energy, and having some enthusiasm for the competition. Montrezl Harrell wraps all those things up pretty nicely in the way he plays.
Here's Rondo. Paul George making his last shot. And the Lakers turn it over again. They're scoreless since the first half.
Yeah, that's a tough one, Kev. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
Clippers trail by 10. And Montrezl Harrell, Brent, beloved in the locker room.
Well, he's beloved because every night when you go out on the floor with him, you know what you're going to get. A guy who is incredibly competitive, passionate, knows his role, and plays with a physical presence that he doesn't shy away from anybody that's on the floor. That's infectious.
Here's Davis. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Davis has got 11 points.
That's just such good touch. I mean, with that length, Kevin, once he turns, he's got a shooting window that feels wide open.
And Beverly kicks to George. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight, Kevin. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
And the pass to LeBron. Outside, Green. Here's Howard. And the rejection by Harrell. Feeds to Leonard. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Leonard's got 5 points in the quarter. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 8-point game. And the dunk by James.
Once James takes off towards the basket, the defense really has no chance to react and or stop him. What determination from the King there.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 25. Again, the Clippers.
Playing from behind right here. Not easy, but he is answering the bell.
Yeah, doing anything he can right now to get his team to cut into this lead and give them a chance.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now here's Leonard. He's got 27. Poked loose, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Williams, he's checked in for Patrick Beverly. And the Lakers also making a change. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for James. And so here are the Clippers. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half, 5 to shoot. Leonard finds Harrell. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And the Clippers miss again. Lakers leading by 10. Outside Rondo. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Although he's a bit smaller, Rondo knows he's got to outthink guys on the interior, and that time drew the contact.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Rondo.
Yeah, when Rondo gets motivated, and we've seen that now for a good stretch, he's as valuable as it gets.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Shamet's checked in. And the Lakers also making a switch. Avery Bradley, he's checked in for Green. both free throws good from Rondo. Here's Leonard. A decent amount of time left as they try to find a way back into it.
Yeah, but it will be soon if they don't start cutting into this deficit.
Now here's Leonard. And George kicks to Shamet. Back to George. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got his 16th rebound on the night. Passes it to Rondo. Pass to Howard. Shot clock at 5. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession.
Looking now at some numbers for Kyle Kuzma. Good season for him last year. Averaged about 18 points a game last season. 5 rebounds and 2 assists. And very few players in the league can go out and produce like he has. Just a great stretch for him.
He keeps playing like this, and you know in arenas, especially at home, when the star player is playing this well, those MVP chants come raining down.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Now here's Bradley. He has 5. Yep, it counts. And that's 13 points for Anthony Davis.
That's an impossible shot to guard, Kevin. Davis got the ball and just rises up for the jumper there. The D has to be frustrated.
Rondo against Williams. They need this one. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Williams has got 7 points in the game. Lakers leading by 12. Rondo bounce pass. Davis kicks to Rondo. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. So it's the Lakers now. They led by as many as 18 points. 6 to shoot. Here's Bradley. Here's Howard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Sometimes the last resort there, Kevin, is to foul Dwight Howard. It happens quite often, but what a powerful presence on the inside.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Hard to deny many of the skills that Dwight Howard brings to the floor on a nightly basis. Not just a force on defense, but has those nights on offense where he can be imposing as well.
And he makes the first, but misses the second.
And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell when he's on the floor. Great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire.
Outside Bradley. Kuzma outside. Pass to Davis. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times. And with Harrell, you can see how his energy spreads to the rest of the team.
Reminds me a bit of what Fareed used to bring to teams. Harrell is also undersized, but boy, he makes up for it in so many ways.
Lakers leading by 11. Outside Rondo. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Rondo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Can't guard Rondo lightly. Even from inside, he's capable of finding a way to get to a shooting window and score.
Here's Leonard. Off the left rim and out. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Lakers. High post, Davis. Outside Bradley. Back to Davis. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
And here's George. 12 points for him.
Yeah, and he had the D tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
And it's slammed in by Davis.
So you're going to give AD that kind of room? Well, here's the payoff for that.
Clippers trail by 17. Outside Williams. And it's sent back by Howard. And here we go. Kuzma heading to the hoop. The shot off that time. Excellent D there from George. The Clippers have gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second half shooting percentage right at 50%.
Yeah, you don't see many of these opportunities for this team, but Kawhi, one guy who can get up there and get it done.
Now here's Rondo. He's got 8. Timeout called the Lakers.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team, Greg.
JaMychal Green, he's checked in for the Clippers. The Lakers also changing it up. JaVale McGee comes in for Dwight Howard. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Avery Bradley. Now here's Rondo. Outside, Davis. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Rondo's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Even though Davis gets bodied just a little bit, he still knocks down the shot right in the defense's face.
Here is Williams. 9 points in the game so far. He dishes it to Leonard. The kick out to Williams. Sinks the three-pointer. Williams has got 12.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
Rondo passes to Davis. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
Rondo against Williams. Now the pass to Leonard. Shot from 16. The Lakers with the rebound. Davis has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And the slam dunk by McGee.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Now, here is George. He's got 12. Leonard on target from 13 feet. Leonard's got 13 points in the second half.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
Rondo dishes to Caldwell Pope. 1:19 left here in the third quarter. So the wing on the left, just 5 to shoot. Lakers passing it around. From downtown, it's hauled in by Paul George. Clippers trail by 16. Passes it to Leonard. But he recovers it. Goes up again. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Davis.
Good scorers have that ability. When Leonard gets that deep, it's usually a bucket, a trip to the free throw line, or both.
He shot well from the line tonight, going 4 for 5.
Wound up shooting 85 from the line a season ago, which is an exceptional percentage.
And he makes the first. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverly comes in for Williams. LeBron, he's checked in for the Lakers. Green comes in for Rajon Rondo. Leonard hits them both. 55 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. LeBron outside, and it's Davis at the elbow. Caldwell Pope outside. Trying to get open is Davis. A second chance effort. He takes it up and lays it in. Davis has got 16 here in the second half.
Yeah, you think you have AD rooted out, but he can use his length and use his size and get another rebound.
Back to Beverly. Over in the corner, Zubats. 4 on the shot clock. Rebounded by the Lakers. McGee's got his 5th rebound in this one. Davis finds Green. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
The defender there makes a poor choice. Underestimating Green's savvy results in a trip to the line.
The Lakers have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one.
And such an important contributor to his team's success over the years. It's amazing that Green was a second-round pick and coming out of a big school at that.
And he sinks the second. Now George from deep. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Lakers ahead, leading by 17. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So the Lakers 5 right now. Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Davis is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Caldwell Pope in at point guard. Green, no luck. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And Davis sends it back.
Just a wonderful effort from Davis on the defensive end with that rejection.
Green passes to LeBron. Dishes to Davis. No good that time. Excellent D there from George. Bounce pass from Beverly. It's stolen by Green. And the dunk by LeBron.
Yeah, you wonder when LeBron James wants to have one of those big nights when he gets going like this. We could be in for a great show.
And Beverly kicks to Green. Out to the right wing. Clippers moving the ball around. Back to Leonard. Pass to Zubats. Excellent D that time there from McGee.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. To the paint. James dishes to Davis. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got 5 assists in the game.
I don't know how you contest AD's jump shot. I mean, look how tall he is and where he shoots it from. Nobody's bothering that.
Now, here's Green. And obviously some good players have taken less money for a chance at a winning championship situation. That's made some rich teams even better.
Well, you have to appreciate a player in that regard, thinking that the financial gains that he could have somewhere else and playing for a team that's not capable of doing what it is that you're trying to do, and that's win a championship, that they've decided, look, it's not about that for me. What it is about the experience of being around a team that elevates itself to being the best team in the league. And if you're fortunate enough at the highest level, Kevin, as a basketball player, to be around a championship, that experience sticks with you for a lifetime. So you do appreciate guys looking for those opportunities to be around a championship.
The Lakers with the ball. Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. 5 on the clock. The offensive rebound and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Clippers. On Thursday, they'll take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Saturday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Phoenix to take on the Suns.
And looking at the Hornets matchup, it's always interesting for top teams to see how they compare to the best in the East. This will be a chance to see just what this group is made of.
The first free throw is good. That one misses. A lot of missing stats from the 60s and 70s, but if we could go back and look at those actual numbers, any players you think would really be catching our eye in terms of, wow, I didn't know that guy was that good, or he's better than I thought he was?
Well, don't we always look at the incredible, mind-boggling numbers of Wilt Chamberlain
yes,
and think, what was that guy doing?
Yeah.
And we don't even have half of it.
No.
So Wilt Chamberlain comes to mind first. What I think about Kevin when that question comes up is how many great players through the 70s and also really through the 80s, because the three-point line wasn't accentuated enough, missed the opportunity to be even greater scorers. I mean, Jerry West with a three-point line.
Can you imagine that?
You got to be kidding me. So there's a lot of gap of those players, too, that also because of changes in rules and because the three-point line wasn't in, that we would be talking about in terms of nostalgia and their accomplishments with a much different voice.
Even someone as recent as Jordan, with the rules the way they are now.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
With the openness of the floor and what Michael could do, as if he wanted to prove he could do more.
Exactly.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
And there's Green on the assist by James. And the Lakers lead by 18.
When LeBron came into the league, we knew he was authentically more a playmaker than a scorer. So whatever way it takes to get his team to get points, LBJ is good with it. And that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Fires for 3. And the Lakers get it back. Davis kicks to Green. No good from outside.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Now here's Beverly. Here's Leonard. Rebounded by McGee.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. Now, here's Green. He kicks it to Beverly. Pass to Leonard. Here's Green, guarded by Green. George hacks a two-pointer, and James pulls it down. Lakers leading by 18. Green deciding where to go with it. Davis against George. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And the bright lights of L.A. perhaps too much for some players. But you know what, Greg? Not for LeBron James.
This guy thrives in the spotlight. The Lakers crafting a roster to satisfy his championship ambitions. Off the court, the City of Angels perfect for maximizing his business aspirations.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls for the Clippers. Harrell, he's checked in for Green, and it's Williams in for Kawhi Leonard. The Lakers also changing it up. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Caldwell Pope. And so Anthony Davis nails both of them. Brent, a few players now host podcasts, participate with those elements, with those vehicles during the season. Any thoughts on that?
I think it's great. I think it's fantastic for our fan base and for our players to have an outlet, to have conversations and share a little bit more about their personality. It grows them as people, I think, Kevin, especially I've listened to J.J. Redick's many times over,
Yes.
and you learn something new, not only about players, but about their interests and how they're spending time. And I think if you were a young player, let's say you were a high school senior and you're a college player and you're listening to some of the things that guys are talking about in their experiences, I think it's invaluable for what it is that you don't know exists around a player in the NBA, and for you to start having considerations about how difficult the task is, how mentally taxing. So these things are great outlets for the players.
You have to like what we're seeing from Davis.
And he's just attacking the rim with force here. They need to try and deny him the ball in the paint to keep him away from the basket.
The Lakers on D. There's the pass to Zubac. Outside, George. The kick out to Williams. Shot clock at 3. And the Clippers miss again.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Stolen by Beverly. Brent, when constructing a team, it's always tricky to fit in max contracts. But the truth is, some players probably deserve much more money than they're allowed to receive.
Incredible to say that, right,
It
Kevin?
is, yeah.
But there are guys like LeBron James, whose $35 million contract might be worth 100.
I always thought about Jordan, too, right? I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And for the years that Michael Jordan was underpaid in Chicago for what it was he was doing. But in terms of competitive balance for the league and 30 franchises, and for you to try to build a team and a roster to put out on the floor to play this game and have opportunities to win championships, it's really the only way, and sometimes unfairly for guys in terms of their competition and compensation to have to put maximums on what it is that players can earn.
Now here's Beverly following the miss by Anthony Davis. Lakers leading by 16. Now here's James. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Lou Williams.
And looking back, an underrated part of the DeRozan-Kawhi trade, the Raptors also getting Danny Green. Green, one of the better 3-and-D wings in the league, way more than a throw-in.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And you look at Danny Green's play at both ends. Hard to believe the Spurs gave him up.
I mean, over 40% from long range, locked down defensively. Not a lot of flash, but plenty of substance to his game.
And the Lakers making a change here. Kuzma's checked in. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Clippers trail by 17. Passes to Williams. Count the basket.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Rondo against Beverly. LeBron outside. Pass to Howard. And it's slammed in by Howard.
Well, that's when you love to see the strength of Dwight Howard marching through the defense and just ripping away the second chance opportunity for an easy score.
Now here's Williams. Pass to Zubac. And there's the call on Howard. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here's Harrell. Beverly with the ball. The pass to Harrell. Clock at 6. The 3. That shot no good. So the Lakers will take it the other way. James with it. Williams picks him up. Can't connect from 13 feet out. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing by 17.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Well, this kind of effort will energize the team and get you going, just gobbling up every board.
The Clippers shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Top of the key. The rebound by the Lakers. Howard's Lakers leading by 19 points. James outside. Outside for Rondo. Over to the left wing. Here's Kuzma. It's hauled in by George. George has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. 20 points for George.
Well, Paul George concentrating through the contact and making sure he had a shooting window open.
Here's LeBron. Here's Howard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Harrell. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Harrell.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Howard hits them both. Clippers trailed by 19. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Bounce pass from Williams. Here's Leonard. That's tipped. George against LeBron. Kicks to Howard. From down in the low post, it goes. And the Lakers lead by 21.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Now, here's Zubac. Outside, George. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Lakers.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, Just a monster game for Anthony Davis.
Yeah, it felt like there was more than one of him out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
You know, Brent, something other major sports do, reseeding during the playoffs. So the highest seeds always will play the lowest seeds. And do you think the NBA should go down that road?
I think the consideration will still be there. I think that conversation is going to happen over the course of the next 2 or 3 years. I don't see it changing in that time, Kevin, but it's healthy to continue the dialogue to the point where maybe we do get there.
And Howard with the second chance points.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Now, here is George. Here's Harkless. Pass to Magruder. Caruso grabs the miss. The dish to Cook. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Lakers passing it around. Here's the floater. It doesn't go for him.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Hey, LeBron, congrats on the win. What do you think made the difference tonight?
Defense. We made our mark defensively. We understand that for the long term, we have to defend at a high level. We've been doing it.
It does start at that end, LeBron. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long.